here is the Parker Chevrolet Game of the Week.
Berrien's much improved. They're excited. They got a new coach, and the kids have really bought into this new coach. And when you play a team that's buying into what you're selling, you know, that's a tough task.
Clinch County is just an unbelievable football team. Coach Dickerson, you know, he's back in the fold, and you know, he's a guy that's won a bunch of state titles. So it's nerve-wracking going up against a guy like that and a team like that. You know, they're just. You know, like I said earlier, we talked about culture. They've got the culture ingrained in them that they just show up and beat people. You know, then that's where we're trying to get to.
It'll be old school versus new school at the Boneyard on Friday. Coach Jim Dickerson and company picked up where they left off, starting the season 3-0. In Nashville, Coach Jackson Dean is raising the standard of Berrien football. The Rebs already surpassing their win total from a season ago with a gritty 3-point win over Telfair last Friday night. This week, they'll face their biggest test in the Clinch County Panthers, led by sophomore quarterback Kamarion Johnson.
Up in kind of the single wing as much anymore. They're lining up in kind of a, I guess, a normal offense in today's standards. But you know, the quarterback they got, he's got an absolute cannon. He can throw it all the way across the field, and they got a couple of wideouts. They can go get it, and they can run the ball. Like I said, the offensive line is huge, and so that's what makes them even more dangerous. I think is that the fact that they can do both. They can scare you in both games instead of, you know, just lining up and pounding it and running the rock.
The Panthers' defense just as scary as the offense, allowing just 25 points over 3 games. A big part of that thanks to Fred Causey, who's racked up 3 interceptions this season. Stopping the run will be key for their defense, lining up against Gene Watson, who's averaging 163 yards per game and who's found the end zone 9 times already. Like Coach Dean mentioned, the foundation has been laid. The standard of winning has been set in Homerville. The Panthers have missed out on the postseason once in the last 5 seasons. They're trying to get over the Elite 8 hump this year. In Nashville, it's a different story. Their last playoff berth was in 2022, where they finished 7-5. And the last time Berrien beat Clinch County was back in 2014 in Coach Dickerson's first stint at Homerville, where they won 13-12. But our high school football coverage begins tomorrow at 2:30. Aaron and I will be live from Dre's Snack Shack 2 for your hometown tailgate. You can catch that on all of your digital platforms. I'll speak with Coach Dickerson at 5 p.m. and Coach Dean at 6 ahead of kickoff. And then, of course, for all your latest on South Georgia football, tune into the Locker Room Report starting at 11 o'clock.